Hello my lovely friends, it's nice to see your smiling faces. Even I can't see them, but I hope you smile because I'm back. Today, as you see the title, we are doing something which is gonna take the summer by a storm this year, to be honest. And this is the wonderful Frose. Now, I never thought I'm gonna say that, but after trying and creating two recipes, which I really like, I can tell you this is gonna really be the drink of the summer. And why not? Rosé wine with a lovely fruity flavor, frozen, served on crushed ice, perfect for these summer days. So, if you're ready for some shakes, tears and sips, make sure you stick around, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and let's make this delicious Frosé. Now the Frosé basically is based on the rosé wine. As you can see, I have in front of me a rosé wine. And in most cases it's blended with a crushed ice and fresh fruit, a little bit of sugar syrup and lemon juice to balance the whole flavor. And it's served in a form of call it if you want a slushy, okay? Now, I did with blender and I kind of don't like the idea of drinking this with a straw. Basically, you know, it's becoming like to the part of frozen strawberry, daiquiris or pina coladas, which is nothing wrong with it. But then I did a version just with the crushed ice and I find out that it's helping to keep the drink more fresh, less diluted of course, because you're not blending the crushed ice with the rosé wine and other ingredients. And of course it's easy to drink without using any straw. So today that's what we're gonna do. And for these two recipes today we are taking on a wonderful watermelon flavor and a rhubarb flavor. Now, of course you're gonna need a rosé. For the watermelon, you have two choices. You can go with the liqueur or you can go with the syrup. Now I'm using Bristol syrups, which is fantastic syrups here in UK. I don't know in your part of the world, you're probably gonna have to use Monin or any other brand. Choose what you want. Since I prefer to be a lighter, a low ABV, and not introduce any extra alcohol, I will be skipping the liqueur today, just showing you as an option what you can do. So we are going to do the first one with the watermelon syrup, and we need of course some fresh lemon juice. Now for the rhubarb, we are using a homemade Rhubarb Cordial. If you want to make this one, make sure you check Mixology Hacks, my latest video when I show you how to make this delicious home prepared Rhubarb Cordial the way I like it. Feel free to tweak it. Of course, again, if you feel a little bit lazy and you just want to make the Frosé straight away with the rhubarb, make sure you find the rhubarb syrup ready or a rhubarb liqueur. But I strongly suggest check Mixology Hacks for this recipe because the cordial, it's absolutely fantastic. So, without further ado, let's build both Frosé together. Now, they need to be shaken. The reason why is because we're going to serve over crushed ice and we want to give them as much cold possible, dilute a little bit, serve over the crushed ice so we stop straight away melting the crushed ice and just keep them nice and crispy. Okay? Both of them are going to use 125 ml of rosé wine, which is quite like a standard measure for a glass of wine. So I'm gonna put in both first 100 ml and of course another 25. It's very easy to make this and it will be, like I say, a wonderful addition to any garden party or a home gathering. Trust me, your guests gonna love it. So for the watermelon and the rhubarb, we're using exactly same measures as well. 25 ml of the syrup. You want to give that little boost, like a kick of sweetness, of course. And we're gonna level it with a little bit of the fresh lemon juice, okay? So from the lemon juice, freshly squeezed lemon juice, just 15 ml. For everybody who's using ounces, have a look at the screen or check the recipes below in the description. If the ounces, it's easier for you. Now, grab some ice, put a little bit of ice in both of the shaker. You don't need too much, but of course not very little because you don't want to dilute too much, okay? End of the day, the wine is very low ABV, so you don't want to introduce so much water. right? There you go, give it a good shake. Fabulous, and now it's time to bring our frozen glasses from the freezer. Okay, we have beautiful frozen glasses here. They're absolutely perfectly chilled. In the big one or the short one glass, it's gonna go the Rhubarb Frosé, and the other one is gonna go the Watermelon Frosé, okay? Filled up your glasses with crushed ice. You see, I crush my ice and I prepare in advance, so when I keep it in the freezer, if it's a good dry ice, it won't stick together and it will stay frozen like that for a long time without sticking together. But of course, do not keep it too much, like too long like that, because it's gonna become like a one block. You need to make sure, make it in advance, but not too long, okay? Right? Let's get a strainer. Grab our Rhubarb Frosé first. And my dog is crying again for his ice underneath, so I have to give him something. There you go, my friend. I go in bed now. Wonderful. And we're gonna pour as well our watermelon. Both of them look delicious, and I think this won't fit in that glass, which is, I had a shame, mistake. I should have put in the bigger glass, but hey, bear with me. We can top up after. So there you go, that's your watermelon, that's the rhubarb. For the rhubarb, it's not necessary to do any kind of a garnish, but if you want, you can just do a few nice ribbons on the top, just with the rhubarb, like that. Make them nice, arrange, just to look pretty. And for the watermelon, a nice slice of watermelon, just pop it inside. And that, my lovely friends, is both the Rhubarb Frosé and the Watermelon Frosé. They are absolutely delicious. Trust me, they're fantastic. Cheers! Ooh, I can drink that all day in the summer, all day. The rhubarb is gonna be a little bit more tart. Yes, it's gonna be more on the zesty and tart side because the way how I do my Rhubarb Cordial. But if you feel the recipe, which I share on Mixology Hacks, it's a little bit too tart for you, you can always add an extra sugar to make it more sweet. However, I like it like that because it's more dry, more refreshing, more crispy, okay? But as I say, there we go. A beautiful watermelon frosé and a beautiful rhubarb frosé. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you're gonna try them. Easy to make, absolutely delicious. And I'll see you next week with a beautiful rhubarb sour, which you definitely have to try. But until then, stay safe as always, and I love you and I leave you now. Bye bye.